Assalamu alaikum, dear students. My name is Edi Sagar. I am your physics teacher. I welcome to all my students at UPSEX online support program. This is my lecture for class 9th. Unit number is 7. Properties of matter. Week number is 8. Lecture number is 2. The contents of my topics are the Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle we will discuss here. That is define Archimedes principle when an object is totally or partially immersed. Immersed mean dipped inside the liquid. An upthrust force act on it equal to the weight of the liquid in displaces. Consider an object whose height is h is dipped inside the liquid whose density is rho. This is a cylinder whose height is h is dipped inside the liquid. Its weight is acting vertically downward direction and the liquid apply force on it that is acting in the upward direction. That force that act on the object in the upward direction that is labeled by F2 is upthrust force, and F1 is the force on unit area A that is applied in the downward direction when we dipped or immersed that object inside the liquid. So consider a solid cylinder of cross-sectional area A and height h that is labeled by h, and the height of the liquid above the top surface of the object is labeled by h1, and the level or height of the liquid from the bottom of the object and the top surface of the liquid is labeled by h2. Now consider a solid cylinder of a cross-section area A and height h immersed in a liquid. Let h1 and h2 be depth of the top and bottom. Then forces of the cylinder as h2 minus h1 is equal to h. If we subtract h1 that is labeled by h1 from top surface of a object and the top surface of a liquid h1, and whole height is h2. If h2 is subtracted from h1 is subtracted from the h2, that will be give the h. So we write h2 minus h1 is equal to h. If rho 1 and rho 2 if are P1 and P2 are the liquids pressures at height h1 and h2 respectively, and rho is the density of the liquid in which object is filled, then pressure will be P1 will be is equal to rho g h1 and pressure P2 will be rho g h2. P2 1 and P2. P1 is the pressure that is exerted on the object on its top surface in the downward direction, and P2 is the pressure that is acting at its bottom in the upward direction. That's why pressure are written P1 is equal to rho gh and P2 is equal to rho gh2. As we know that about pressure, that is equal to force per unit area. So after if we multiply A with P1 then F1 will be equal to P1A, and F2 will be equal to, after putting value of P1 from this equation, we get F1 is equal to rho g h1A. Similarly, F2 will be is equal to rho g h2A. This is equation F1, and this is value of F1 that is equal to rho g h1A, and this is value of F2 rho g h2A. If we subtract or take the difference or net force F1 of the F1 and F2, then we subtract the greater force from the smaller force, then net force will become F2 minus F1 is equal to rho g h2A minus rho g h1A. That is equal to rho g A, and rho g A is take as a common. then remaining part will be h2 minus h1. As h2 minus h1 is equal to h, that's why we put the value of h2 minus h1 is equal to h, and the difference of the F2 minus F1, that is a net force, that is the upthrust force that act on the object in the upward direction. So upthrust is equal to rho g a h, as area multiple height is represented by the volume. That's why upthrust force will become rho g hv. And this is your homework. Okay, Allah Hafiz.